My project is on creativity and how all of the characters from my favorite stories and people in real life are able to connect with stories based on personal experiences.
My hit of the story was when Louis found the coins under the stone. I got a vivid image when Louis found the silver shiny coins under the rock. When I think back to the story, I pictured a small dirty rock with shiny coins under it. This part caught my attention the most during the story. I really enjoyed the story.
On a personal level, I can relate to Jack because every summer I go to the beach with my family and my brother makes fun of me that I am not good at skimboarding. One day I got out and proved my brother wrong and skimboarded so well that I got offers to compete in a national skimboarding competition.
This vivid image really caught my attention because this point in the story not only portrays a visual reflection of Maheo, but it also represents how Maheo is reflecting back on his life and looking at everything that he has created. Maheo is the all spirit, and he is surrounded by the universe as well. Maheo created the great water. Also, Maheo wanted to create life in water. Therefore, Maheo created mud at the bottom of the water as a base for the creatures. The little sea creatures that Maheo created on top of the water is also something that he was reflecting on all of his accomplishments as looking at himself through the water. The four things that Maheo created included light, sky, water, and creatures.
On a personal level, I can relate to the beginnings because my favorite place to be is on a boat in the water with my family. Looking out into the water and seeing my reflection makes me reflect on life and enjoy my surroundings. One of my favorite memories was a few months ago going fishing with my brother and catching my first fish. I personally feel that I could connect with Maheo because I feel that I have a strong connection with animals and love looking out and seeing them. Out of all of the five strangers, I felt the strongest connection with Stranger 4. My body expressed emotion with this stranger because I felt that this stranger was the most different compared to the rest of the other four strangers. Stranger 4 was a chameleon. This stranger was able to make all of the characteristics of what it was next to. I was very interested on how this stranger could change its appearance based on the different places. The creature characteristics were very strange to Canoe's story because no other stranger had the same characteristics as one another. I got a vivid image of Stranger 4, and it was interesting that the stranger could be in disguise unlike the rest of the strangers. This stuck with my mind because I've always been interested in chameleons, and it was strange to see this in Canoe's community. This stranger could do magical things in the story, and I felt very connected to this part. Brian Boyd gives his definition for local level on page 211 of the origin of stories. Quote, designed for young children, yet also in its different way aiming, as Homer does at classic status, but composed in a world in which tradition and religion have ceded ground to innovation and theory. I see many local level possibilities for my point of residence. I believe that the way in which storytelling has evolved has brought children to perceive story in all different ways and learn how to have a creative mind. Looking at an individual level, this portrait that I painted was based off of a story that I once heard many years ago, and all of the colors that I interpreted from the story reflect the meaning behind this painting.